This could be very good from Blue Flame. Is just barely not done yet.
That's a really good position for him to siege. It's not a direct threat yet, but it's very annoying for Innovation. This is like, all right, how am I going to get units now?
What if it does get into a crazy game? At least he's already mined out most of that base.
Yeah, that makes sense, but 20 minutes. Well, this actually is a super big drop for Taeja. He's losing a lot of these medevacks immediately.
Might be wrong. Now, we actually have a Banshee being made by Taeja as well as he starts to push this back once again. That is a huge amount of Marauders, and we don't have any point defense. We have so few siege tanks, and I think he might actually break Innovation here as well.
But there are a lot of helmets being dropped on top of these fire units. Every time it looks like, all right, Taeja's going to clear everything up. And then suddenly Innovation is like, no, I have a surprise for you. I still have a few helmets in my meta right now.
He truly is. Look at the supply differential. He might be able to just break him right here.
This has been the biggest lead he had throughout the entire game.
Yeah. Well, here we go. This could be it. A huge drop going down on all the siege tanks. The Hellbat's actually out of position here, and I think this is...
Gets in here. He's got a few links on the way now. A few more banelings on the way as well. But if this not positioned itself right, he's there a little too nowhere near done. But Taeja's already on the verge of winning at the 13-minute mark. Life hasn't missed a beat with his macro, but does it even matter? Taeja storms third. The Hellbats at the front roast the Queen. Drones on the run. Banelings getting...
Up to the top right-hand corner, we have our red Terran representing Team Liquid. It's Taeja. And down to the bottom left-hand corner, our blue Zerg representing Samsung Galaxy. It's Solar.
Let's move forward. Nope, can't find anything there.
Maybe even looking for just a Widowmine.
He may come around from the back. He's got units. He's going to go around. He's going to go around. Solar's going to come around. Oh, Taeja could lose everything here if he's not careful.
He's going to be very, very careful to support the Widowmines at the back there, trying to burrow as quickly as possible, but all of the charges are gone apart from one, which did connect with a few Banelings, but not a whole lot. Taeja split back in a very, very smart direction, but at the same time, he did lose quite a bit.
Beautiful fight there from Taeja, and he's going to, from Solar, sorry. He's going to catch some of the medevacks here. The Banelings, they get right underneath all the Marines. They're unloading. This is a wonderful fight for Solar. He's on 50, 60 supply right now, and Solar's played such a good game. He's gone untouched, unharassed all game, and right now he's up in supply, and he is leading commandingly in this.
Solar looking fantastic, 187 to 128. He pushes Taeja all the way back to his 3 bases, and now Solar has all the room in the world to remax. 29.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Okay, that's a lot of Banelings.
He's going to go for the kill.
Geez.
He's going to end this with one big bang.
That is going to be a big bang, that's for sure. 3-3 is about to finish for Taeja. That might be, something that can try and keep him in this, but actually, it probably won't even finish before this comes. This is going to hit really fast. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Banelings move forwards. There's not that many Widowmines left over. They actually get killed off before they can even do anything, and the bio absolutely gets shredded to pieces by this. The Mutalisks in the sky bringing down medevac after medevac, and Taeja has been outclassed in this first game.
Taeja be dead. Solar is so freaking good. He is absolutely incredible. A beautiful macro game from him. Minimal mistakes, if any, to be honest. Great scouting, great defending, great macro. GG. Absolutely perfect game coming out from Solar. And Taeja, has he met his match? The pressure's not going to stop. Here comes 2 more medivacs, loaded full of units. I don't even know if Baneling... Is there a Baneling nest? Yeah, he is. He hasn't got Baneling speed, I don't think.
No.
So this is obviously... the difficulty levels are increasing. Every second that goes by, it's getting harder and harder and harder. This is only harassment. The push.
This isn't the kill.
This is harassment. This isn't meant to be a kill.
But those Zerglings
he's going to target down the Mulers probably here.
Yeah, if he could, that'd be great. All right, so any damage he gets done here is a bonus, and he puts himself in such a position that the Zerglings can't do the damage that they need to against this.
Targeting the Mutalist down again. 2-3 have been picked off. He's going for a 4th. He can pick up and probably boost out there because there's not enough Mutalists. Oh, just GG.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Very little income left here for Taeja, but he knows he's also bleeding Solar dry to a certain extent.
Yeah, Taeja's got a time against him because Solar's mining and Taeja isn't. Solar can reinforce, right, with reinforcements over and over. At this point, Taeja has to do something. This is a very good fight. Very good start for Solar.
Oh, those Mutalisks did get quite shot down a little bit there. Just a bit of damage being done, but at the same time, the bio is now
wedge out.
Oh, some of those Banelings get some great hits on this army, and Taeja's plummets. GG, game number 3 goes to Solar. That's right.
Oh, 3 mines.
Oh, no, don't fly, don't fly. No! Oh. All right.
If things weren't going well, They aren't now.
They're going even worse. Oh.
Big hit. Turnaround. Great turnaround, though. That was a good turnaround, but that was a lot of Marines that died. You can see the carnage left over. But, yeah, lost all your Mulisks. The fourth is about to be owned or pwned because... Look, there is no creep spread, and that's because of this fourth base being so far away.
There's no units. He has nothing really to deal. Like a few trickling lings in 4 Mutalisks, you're not going to defend against that. The Banelings have to get miracle detonations here to clean it up. It's not enough. Taeja pushes on GG 2-2.
He
might even see him.
Oh, he sees him.
Dear.
He can get rid of them. He can get rid of them.
All right, all he has to do is kite against this, but the lings are going to come in to coordinate with this as well.
He's got the wraparound.
Oh, he has to be so careful about this control with the Hellions. He needs to get as much damage done with as possible.
They're stuck. They're stuck up here.
Oh.
They're stuck. And now the front's going to be busted.
How much has he got? How much has
Solar.
he got to defend? 4 Marines.
The engineer base is going to get busted here. Well, I don't know if he'll go for the supply depots. Probably it's easier, but he's in. He's in. There is not a lot. There's double engineering bay.
4 Marines, 2 Hellions. They get caught as well. Solar here, piling on the pressure. SCV's off the line to try and hold on against this as well. He pushes it back a little bit, but here come the Banelings to be able to seal the deal here for Solar. They walk up the ramp, try and bust the front. It's all about the Lings now. A few more Banelings get added on as well. He pulls the SCVs off the line to try and hold on against this, but Solar putting on the huge amounts of pressure now. Taeja.
3 Banelings are about to kill every SCV.
Yeah. If they get to the chance, these Zerglings need to complement them though. They don't really do what they want to. These Zerglings need to do more though, but he's already killed off so many workers,
There's 32 SCVs here.
Yeah.
I mean, 32 extra Lings coming in. More Banelings. Oh, he's trying to go for it.
Ooh.
Look at the supplies though. There's endless streams of units.
It's not going to stop. It's not going to stop as there's a few more Banelings being morphed in. If any single Baneling or double Baneling hits,
It's
that's
2
it.
Hellions to save them all. 3 Hellions to save everything. 2 Hellions. It's over.
GG's.
This is a fortified position. The one thing Taeja's got to be careful of is the pincer move from both sides here. But look at this tank. Look at this tank.
Oh,
Look at this tank.
starts shelling away at this. The
Hydralists are good to
away.
deal with the medevac, sure, but
Hydralists are actually a good choice here because they can sit out of range of the Marines so that siege tanks can actually support from the back. That's not too bad. But again, the Hive's about to finish. I don't think he can do Hydra Roach.
he can pull the tank over. He can try that,
But does it work out? Because he's about to lose all of these roaches as well.
God.
Taeja, he brings his own pincer movement into the game.
Taeja could pick up every unit, plant it down, and kill. He knows the fourth is about to be taken, so he's going to move out shortly. There is no Banelings.
And how do you
There's
engage
no splash damage. You have a potential blinding cloud, but you're about to witness an army that you can't stop.
You actually can't engage here as well. He could set up Concave, but in that corridor, there's no way he could stop this investment.
Win.
Dear me, Taeja, absolute.
1-1 upgrades are going to complete though for Solar, and he's not obviously out of it yet. He's got decent creep spread. And as Taeja pushes forward to get rid of that though, he's got Stim just this second completed. He's going to scan and remove some of this to help his attacks further and out.
Likewise, 1-1 will finish for him pretty soon as well. Catching Queens once again on the retreat.
Where are the
early.
Banelings? They're late. 7 getting morphed in. This is not just clearing creep anymore.
And even that Centrifugal Hooks is nowhere near done, so this could be very, very difficult for him. He's got to be careful. The Stim is there. He's able to do so much damage. Taeja is running away with this, Sean.
Yeah, the Banshee's getting on top of the Banelings, the Queens, whatever. He's going to target by... Oh! A mistake from Taeja, though. He slipped up. A mistake has allowed Solar to stay in this game. He misclicked for the... Well, a couple of times, but it's big time in this tournament.
Yeah.
He did pick up the rest and is still a threat.
An uncharacteristic move there from Taeja, but Solar given a little bit of a chance. Still, though, the pressure continues on. He doesn't really have a huge amount of links at the front.
Think about it. There's no fourth for Solar where you usually have it. There's no 2-2 where you usually have it. The Banelings have been targeted down. Get rid of the mine, so that is good. But fantastic pickup by Taeja again. Banelings!
He needs to save them, he needs them alive, and now he knows that there aren't any Banelings there, just a few that don't have Centrifugal Hooks. He picks up and gets out of there. Doesn't want to be taking too long.
Straight off creep, and there's a lot of units here. Combat Shield's about to finish up. Taeja's slamming on the pressure. He wants this championship for his own. He's got the experience, and he's got the lead right now, and he's going for it. He is absolutely gunning for this. Taeja could pick up the victory here. He's calmed him down again. And another good pickup. The Mueller's count not high enough to deal with the medivacs.
And every single target down is a great trade for him overall. Even just that drop onto one Marine. Look how much this force now gathers momentum with the reinforcements pushing
Look
forward.
at the units lost. He's doing it.
Oh, pick up.
Fantastic pickup again by Taeja. He's not letting these... Well, that was a decent pickup for Solar, but he's not letting these bays get the right hits, and Solar is hurting.
Constantly in his face, +2 weapons is still on the way here. If that finishes up,
Solar!
he's given up!
He's given up! He's given up, he knows, he's given up!
Up to the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. Give it up for Taeja. Down to the bottom right-hand corner, a guy that spends most of his time in Korea, ever so often venturing out into the wilderness, such as Shenzhen. A little bit disappointing there, but can he make it work here in Toronto? Representing KT Rolster, it is Zest.
Yeah, the Colossus is the problem. 4 Vikings on the way. He's only got 4 out still. But there's flanking high tempo on the right, 4 Colossus on the left.
Takes a little bit of damage. That one Marine on the right-hand side, thankfully for it. Well,
That one Marine.
he survived. He's a good job. Wow. He's got to be very, very careful about how he takes this, that's
Only
for sure.
6 Vikings.
He's buying time for some Vikings.
Oh, and then look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Zest is so smart here. He's going to pull Taeja back. He has to go defend against those Zealots. And as soon as he dedicates any amount of resources from that army that he has in the open, that's when Zest will go in.
Yeah.
Look, Taeja he has to go back.
It's almost as if, but then again, he can't get drawn away from this base that's so fresh, so important to him here. So he is really in a tight bind.
Look, Zest went up there and said, okay, fine. If you're going to sit there, then I'll just destroy everything on your natural and your main base. That's fine with me. You have to go back to defend this. Otherwise, your production, your reinforcements can't get there. But if you don't, then fine.
Yeah, catch-22 situation, man. You're really, really doomed here. And this point is Taeja. He has to be so careful about this. Now he's taking the engagement though at the front. Storm goes down, dances out of it nicely. Vikings trying to pursue. They do get hit by a storm as well. The Colossus are not dying fast enough throughout all of this. And Zest now rocketing in terms of supply. GG, game number 1 goes to Zest.
Taeja's back in business. 2 upgrades completed against 0-0 Zest. That was Zest's opportunity to get the revenge, to get the 2-0. It's now gone. It's so gone at this point. Taeja is in. He's just speeding towards his victory. He's in the best position you could have hoped for.
He's in the driver's seat, and he's going to continue putting everything on that throttle, keeping his opponent on the defensive. Unfortunately here for Zest, who had all the firepower in the world and lost it in an instant. The gateways have been turned off. Taeja can now just press his advantage at any location he wants, because Zest just doesn't have the numbers to make up for it.
Yeah, and behind this, 4 Vikings at a time should be being built. That is the only concern Taeja should ever have at this point. Build the Vikings, don't lose to the Colossus, and this should be an easy game for him. An easy game to finish up, should I say. Good game is called. And Taeja does equalize up. He's weak at the front, though.
Yeah.
Remember that. He's got a lot of units out in the open.
Like, he has options, right? He can do whatever he wants at this point. And he knows also, Taeja knows where this push is going to be coming from, because the Protoss would never actually push up the ramp here. So positions his bunkers to greet it from where the rocks are. He pushes forwards with this small paltry force, but I don't think this can get anything done as long as he repairs.
Whoa,
right?
one bunker goes down slightly too fast there, but there's only 25 seconds left until Stim is ready.
Well, 2 sentries died as well during all of that. The Zealots at the back are actually going to hold on against this. Nice force field actually catching those against that, but
Stim is only 5 seconds.
Yeah.
He could go with his SCVs, try to get rid of the mothership core. He doesn't want to allow that to get recalled, though. He must try to slaughter every one of those units. If he does, it's going to be his best chance to just instantly win this game.
yeah, if he can stim and get that mothership core, that'd be fantastic. He's going to be protecting that very, very tenaciously, though, is Zest. And he's actually got himself in quite a tight bind here. But behind this mineral line, good force fields, time warp slows all of this down.
Very good there from Zest. Still has the recall available.
Supply blocked at this point as well, trying to reinforce forwards, but that's still a lot of bio.
Oh, he actually uses the time warp here. He's going to go for the fight.
And he actually loses the mothership core overall anyway. The Widow Mines have done huge amounts of damage to those Zealots to try and buffer for this. Those 2 Widow Mines, absolute heroes during that.
Coming in.
That's a lot of Zealots. He needs more bio here with all of this. One medevac's out. Another one's going to be coming out very soon as well, but he needs extra longevity with this.
Zest breaks this natural ground for Taeja. There's no high ground vision. So smart there.
Oh, very, very well placed there by Taeja. Zest has to be so careful about how he does this.
Likewise, Taeja does too. This is Very dangerous. There are 2 Widow Mines loaded behind this army.
Yeah, he has to actually separate reinforcements and then walk them in. He doesn't want them all clumped up because he has to go past these Widow Mines. And, oh, tries to go for the force fields, lets those units filter through. But these 2 Immortals at the back, they're going uncontested right now.
Yeah, another Widow Mine in place. Combat shields down soon.
The supply blocks for Taeja have really, really hurt him in this game.
Yeah.
Really hurt him because Zest now has just been able to propel himself forwards with this. He is unsupply blocked now, but...
I'm not sure Taeja can defend this.
Yeah, it's getting increasingly more difficult.
The Observers come in to get rid of the Widow Mines.
Oh, and that was really his one option to actually keep a lot of this back. As those 2 Immortals, one of them doesn't even die during this. The army of Zest is so powerful now, and during all of this, he has technically a little bit of economy on a second base where Taeja doesn't.
He's going for the second Immortal, can't quite get to it again.
There's so many Zealots as well now. The Zealots are almost outnumbering the entirety of the bio. He doesn't even... He's just bulldozing up this ramp. He doesn't care. Breaching this high ground now for Zest is brilliant.
And here come the SCVs. Last stand here for Taeja.
Taeja on the verge of defeat, trying to hold off desperately against this. The Immortals have done well. The majority of the Zealots are gone, but he lost so many SCVs trying to defend that.
And Zest does not... He's been interrupted with his economy here, so he can just continue to keep warping in units. He's building another Immortal at home. Taeja's down a 39 supply. Zest is so close to finally being able to get that revenge game that he's wanted for a while here against Taeja after that 3-0. And he's going to put Taeja in a position where he has to face off against Pult.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, we saw what happened last time at Red Bull just a week ago.
Yeah, this could be one of the earliest finishes for Taeja in a tournament for a long, long time if he's not careful because of that result. But now Zest up on the high ground.
Taeja's just gone. He's just left everything. He's gone for a drop on the other side of the map. He's not even looking to defend.
Yeah, this is just desperation now. He has to go for something, some kind of base trade.
Yeah.
Even the probes are coming off the line because why on earth not at this point? Zest knows the kind of power position he's in here with this.
I mean,
and he has a lot of money as well.
It's like a base trade. It's like if he can maybe kill off all the structures and prevent somehow from Zest to build Stargate units, then he can float the command centers and structures that Zest cannot ever kill.
That's true, that's true. But all Zest has to do with the money he has now is maybe, make a Nexus somewhere else or protect that, and he has the money.
He's catching all the probes.
That's all right. That's all right. That's not too bad. Taeja's trying to make the best of this game here with that Immortal going down. That's a nice start to try and keep this going.
And the Nexus has been built. So Zest is going to have to just sit on that Nexus.
Yeah.
And then try to build air units if we're going to see these structures floated around.
Yeah, this game could actually go on for quite a while longer here. As
Taeja knew he couldn't beat the army, so he has to try something else. Look for a different avenue to try to find a victory here.
Yeah, I mean, with the command centers escaping as they are, he can't realistically leave his Nexus and go hunting down the command centers himself, because if he does lose that Nexus, that's pretty much everything. He needs that to be able to get a little bit more economy for the Stargate, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, can this be, if this choice here by Taeja somehow turns around into a win, I'll absolutely be...
That's monumental. That's ridiculous, considering the position he was in before.
Yeah, Taeja's mining to the bottom right, by the way. Or he's going to try to, at least.
Has energy for mules. There they go. So he's going to have a bit more income going here. Try and build up a little bit.
He can trade off against these units without losing very much. Pick up and boost away at all times.
Yeah, he can.
There's only 4 Stalkers or so.
And mining in these 2 locations like this is actually... This could turn around for Taeja. I mean, he doesn't have the most amazing, but
just a single Marine will make a big difference in this game. So if he starts to be able to build barracks up again and start to rebuild this army, he just scan now on top of it and says, oh man, that's right. You know that game you wanted to win again?
Unbelievable. How does Taeja do it? Right now, Zest is staring down the barrel of a gun, and that's Taeja's gun, man. That's his Gauss rifle, aiming right at the Protoss.
He's about to go in there and make this work.
How is he going to deal with it? He throws down a few force fields here. There's hallucinate clusters that isn't going to do anything.
Even if he trades off, he just rebuilds those Marines he's lost again.
He has the money.
So, I mean, Zest is getting a good economy on this one base as well and is trying to get up towards this robotics facility, trying to get up to some real units himself. It was very nice that he's able to actually squeeze out that Zealot there.
But shut down a little bit of this, some of the mining
We see Tech Labs and reactors, and now Medivac's coming out. Taeja's properly rebuilt over these 2 command centers.
Yeah, I mean, at this point here, Taeja has a good wealth of options available to him here. He's getting extra Widow Mines in this army. Gateway units alone aren't going to be able to combat that in any way, or shape, or form. Really good to go. Even breaking down these rocks so that he can reinforce from those 2 barracks on the right-hand side as quickly as possible, because if he senses the weakness to jump, he will look for it, he will get it, he will go, and he wants those units there as quickly as possible. This is...
Look at the supply count, it's getting sharper and sharper now for Taeja.
Taeja going for a little bit of an engagement here, doesn't necessarily have to kind of sacrifice any of the units like on their own. He could have his whole army here, right, and be pushing forwards, but any zealot he gets here, now that the base up to the top left has been spotted, I mean, he just keeps, he's like trying to siphon them off so that he can do a little bit of damage to Zest, but there's no room for him. He's pincered in, he is trapped into this corner of the map, and this is a big army.
Is this where Taeja's gonna make it happen here?
The force fields are not doing what they want to do at all. This gateway force is just completely falling apart. Mothership core has gone down as well.
Unbelievable game from Taeja. Absolutely incredible comeback. There's minimal units here, and Zest is looking at this as a loss now. How the hell can he stop this army?
All he has is basically sentries. There's one Colossus on the way from that robo facility, but that's now under siege. He's not even going to get the Colossus down. Zest here is being crushed by Taeja, killing off the remaining gateway forces. Zest has to be absolutely defeated.
You can just see down the bottom, he probably can't even believe this has happened to him. This was his game.
It was his game to win. It was his game to move on to the winners, but it's not the case. The probes are off the line. Taeja is making this work. I cannot believe what we are witnessing here at the start of day 2. It doesn't even matter if he loses anything here. GG! Taeja takes the first series of the day, and oh my god, what a series it was.
Wow, that has to go down as one of the biggest comebacks we've seen in StarCraft in a very, very long time.
Up here in the top right of Star Station, make some noise for Liquid Taeja. Against the #1 ranked player in the world, he goes by the name of Innovation. We are watching 2 Barracks Reaper against 2 Barracks Reaper. This doesn't happen so often, Apollo.
Well, I think that these players are going to start to realize what's going on very, very shortly here. As both players taking a bit of losses. One SCV has been picked off here for Innovation. And it looks like Innovation is going to bring all these 3 Reapers back together. This one in the middle, there's 2 of them now.
Look at this, he's actually going for a little flank here. Now he's microing back, but look at that, Innovation with the flank on the Reaper. 2 against 1, and look at that. He's already killed off 2 Reapers of his opponent, only losing 1.
And now this means Innovation has got the lead in the Reaper count. This is a big advantage for him to maintain. He's expanding behind with this advantage. Taeja has to throw down a 3rd barracks. He wants to keep ramming up the Reaper count to make sure that he doesn't straight out lose.
Well, he does have a couple Reapers here, and he does force him to run away.
But where are these Hellions?
Well, it looks like he's about to start them now, and there you go. He does indeed, at the same time, getting his 3rd command center, whereas Taeja is going for a pretty quick stim and an engineered bay.
The Hellions aren't ready yet. They're halfway complete, and there's 3 Reapers in here versus 2, and they've already picked up a couple of SCVs and will retreat here. But what do you make about the way that they're both set up? So we've got the factory with the reactor on it.
Yes.
Hellions are coming out 2 by 2, and we also have a starport with a tech lab about to be placed on. But with Taeja, he's only got barracks. He doesn't really have too much to deal with these. Of course, when stim is done and +1 attack is on the way, things become easier, but how is he meant to deal with the Reapers and Hellions in combination together? A Raven coming in to harass from the backside here is going to throw down a couple of auto turrets, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it does look like it.
A lot of Reapers out in the open.
And the auto turrets, look at this. That is a lot of Hellions actually passing by everything. They see the wall, and then look at that, a stim. It's going to bring them up against the wall. It looks like he's going to be able to kill off a few SCVs here. He's got to be careful, though. Marauders do so well against Hellions. This little run-in by Taeja really not doing anything. In the meantime, that drop is going towards the main.
Yeah, it's going towards the main, and it drops in there as well. Quite a few SCVs have been picked off. Innovation does once again take the economic lead. Mining off these 3 bases, have a 4th command center down as well, and simply just has a higher SCV count. And his army is getting stronger and stronger by the minute. He's already up to 184 supplies, we can see at the bottom of the screen, and he's closing in at 200. And once he hits that max, he has a army which is going to be difficult to stop.
Very difficult indeed. He has taken this 4th base, pushing over with his army, has a lot of Hellbats in those medevacs right now. But Taeja has taken his 4th base as well. Still a very close game. And look at that, a nice stim and run in by Taeja, picking off a very valuable siege tank. and even picking off 2 of the medevacs.
Yeah, great target fire there by Taeja, really eliminating that threat of innovation, dropping the Hellbats on. And there are a lot of units here for Taeja. Look at the spread.
Oh my god, that is a lot of units. Stimming, running in now. The Hellbats moving forward, but a huge Taeja army coming down from the north. Innovation gonna lose all of these siege tanks.
Oh, Taeja's broken him, and with breaking the tank line, he's gonna get to the 4th command center. The planetary fortress is taking damage. There's no repairs there. The tanks are trying to hold on, but Taeja will destroy the planetary fortress, and down goes Innovation's 4th. A lot of scans there by Innovation, going in the middle of the map, looking for where the armies are. And oh, he's found a chunk of it on the right-hand side here, but as mentioned, a big drop into the main base of Innovation. The turret's trying to bring the medevacs down. 3 of them will survive, and a lot of units get in there. The armory will be taken out. +3 attack is gone, and this is a little bit difficult to deal with.
Yeah, that is very painful to lose that armory, and he's dealing a lot of damage to these supply depots as well. Innovation has to get back here. Needs to drop on top of that to clear it up. Very effective drop here by Taeja.
Yeah, beautiful drop there by Taeja. This tank line is a little bit too strong for these Marauders and Marines. Does load up too. Oh, he's going to drop onto this.
Uh-oh, this could be big. Oh, those siege tanks dealing a lot of damage to themselves and each other. In the meantime, we do see a big stim down, and oh my god, Innovation out of position due to that great drop by Taeja.
He has so many command centers though, and has a great income. Taeja is banking money, and we are seeing the tech switch over. The problem is Innovation gonna have the star sense to realize what's going on?
Once those battle cruisers are out, he can win these battles, but until then, this tank and Hellbat army is superior. Look at this. Here come those Vikings. The Ravens coming in as well. He's going to need some point defense drones and even throwing down some secret missiles.
Oh, a good start here by Taeja, but the problem is he doesn't have any battle cruisers yet. There's 2 on the way, and this Bioforce cannot really engage into all these tanks and Hellbats. And Taeja is caught in trouble. He needs his battle cruisers. He needs to deal with his tank army. Otherwise, he's going to lose a lot.
Well, he's going to have them pretty soon. Looks like we are going to see some dropping on these siege tanks. Some of them do unsiege. The Hellbats coming back to help out. A big spread by Taeja. He stims right in. So much carnage.
Oh, Innovation loses every single tank. The Hellbats are left. No, they're not. As Taeja cleans up everything. And now Taeja has an air advantage. He has the battle cruisers moving in.
This is a big deal, Apollo. Those battle cruisers are going to do a fantastic job, but we do have a lot of Thors popping out right now for Innovation.
Is there any way that Taeja can effectively deal with the Winter Mines here? Is it just making sure he has enough bio to stop them from getting underneath the battle cruisers?
Yeah, I think he just needs to kind of kite back from them as they do run forward. The damage output of Marine Marauders should be enough to eliminate most of them before they can burrow.
Well, this army from Innovation is kind of scary, guys. You're about to see Winter Mines rush underneath these air units. And here they go. They're trying to get underneath and they're going to burrow. Oh, this could be actually deadly, but the Marines and Marauders are dealing with them rather well here.
And that is a lot of Widow Mines going off, but he does stem forward. Taeja starting to break through. Innovation, where are all your units?
The Widow Mines didn't get the connection they wanted. The Marines and Marauders dealt with them. And now we have Taeja with a very strong army and is pushing forward here, breaking the economy and Innovation on this left-hand side. And Taeja, what a play. Moving here and has taken a 50 supply lead.
That is a gigantic lead, especially when you look at his bank. He's got so much money, he can easily rebuild all this, landing those Vikings, taking out SCVs. The Widow Mines trying to do their best, but it simply is not enough.
These Widow Mines just aren't doing the job that Innovation hoped they would, and a command center is going to get picked off here. Innovation's running out of money, he doesn't have a very good income, and Taeja is staring down at a potential map #1 victory as he marches forward here. 5 battle cruisers, a bunch of Vikings supporting them with just a million units coming to support. 5 Marauders and 3 Marines every cycle coming in.
Oh god, it's so scary. And with 5 battle cruisers in the air, that +3 air attack about to finish, that is just so much damage. Innovation right now, his army consists of 11 siege tanks and 13 Widow Mines. That's not enough to battle against Taeja. Taeja has the whole map. He has such production. What an economy. Twice the income right now of Innovation.
Oh, these Widow Mines. Oh, just one. I'm still so surprised by the choice of having lost the early Raven autosis. Why was there never a replenishment of it? Point defense drones would have been so useful in this game.
It seriously would have been, and you know, these Widow Mines not doing quite what he had planned. It's rough. He scouted this all a little bit too late.
Oh dear, Innovation. Trying to focus his defense on the left-hand side, and now these Marauders, they will bring down this planetary fortress, and down it falls. And Taeja with another big attack over to Innovation. And just look at the money in the bottom. 3,000 minerals, 3,000 gas for Taeja. Innovation just doesn't have any money left.
Innovation has almost nothing left, including time. He's down by 40 supply, trying to hold on to this last base frantically. And, well, he may hold for now, but there's a big attack at his natural.
Yeah, and it looks like Taeja is about to break Innovation here. Innovation's tried to use Widow Mines, haven't been as effective as he wanted. A couple of scans go down, and if Taeja's able to eliminate this left-hand side base, then there simply is no mining left for Innovation. And that is the focus point of Taeja to try to stop that.
The Widow Mines still trying to push forward with their limited range, having a hard time connecting with these Sky and Terran units. Does stim forward and scan, sacrificing some of these to get rid of them. He knows that at this point, Taeja does not even have to be efficient in his trades. All he needs to do is keep making units and keep attacking.
And I love that Taeja stopped building the battle cruisers at this point, saying, well, this guy's spending a lot of money on mines. Well, mines are pretty bad against Marauders and Marines, which he's now starting to replenish up. But Innovation's not dead yet. He still has a pretty decently sized army.
He does indeed. And look at this.
Widow
He is going to
Mines.
get that good burrow off now, it looks like. And the Widow Mines go off. Oh, my God. They decimate the entire army.
That's what he's been looking for all game long. And the one time that the Bioforce was not supporting the battle cruisers, they're gone. They're dead.
Well, right now we do have a big stim up from Taeja, trying to pick off as many units as possible, and it looks like he just has too much. Innovation losing his entire tank force. GG! And Taeja takes game number 1 in a dominating style.
He's going to be controlling this game a little bit. There is the expansion after the 2 barracks. So he adds on a little bit more production to ramp up his army size, and then the expansion behind it. And he can almost neutralize the expansion of his opponent. It's faster. But what happens if he can't use it? Because there's units on the map that Taeja's going to have.
Well, the best he gets is maybe an extra mule or 2, maybe a few extra SCVs, but those aren't a big deal, really. Now, we do see he's sieging up the front a little bit here, does have those early siege tanks punching through. How much damage can he really get done?
Well, he's picked off the bunker. He's putting a bit of pressure onto his opponent. Scans ahead of time. These Vikings helping out a bunch here. But we do have Innovation with a backstab. 2 medivacs full of units headed towards the main base of Taeja. And with Taeja's playstyle, everything is waypointed to the other side of the map.
This is a very powerful drop we see, but at the same time, a lot of damage coming out of Taeja, making him run away from this natural expansion. Oh my God, so many SCVs go down. A huge lead in that regard now for Taeja, but this drop doing a good job as well.
Oh, this is an interesting position because Innovation's not mining from his natural anymore. If Taeja cleans up what's in his main base... Nice.
Beautifully done here. Taeja just picking Innovation
Oh,
apart.
Taeja's just walking up into the main base. He's not really compromised the natural. He's going to get the main as well.
Yeah, this is a base trade scenario, one unlike one I've ever seen. Innovation continue to do damage there as well. But this army of Taeja killing off absolutely everything. Only 9 SCVs left for Innovation.
Innovation's a goner in this game. He's got 33 supply left. All the SCVs are coming there saying, all right, boys, it's up to us. We'll do it if you're not ready to. And Taeja just comes and surrounds everything with a couple of units of support to the SCVs. Taeja's going to take a 2-0.
GG,
Wow.
Taeja. Now 2-2 for both players is coming to being finished.
Yeah, still 30-odd seconds left.
And here we go. Looks like we're going to start an engagement here. The Hellbats dropping all over the army of Innovation. He is stimming and spreading. Those point defense drones do get cast. And a lot of the medivacs being taken out. Indeed, Apollo. Taeja starting to roll through.
He didn't even need his 2-2 upgrades. They're not even completed yet. A perfect engagement there from Taeja. drops beautifully. Point defense drone's not wasted as he has another one. Banshee's in the mix as well. And Taeja says, ranked who? Who are you again? Number 1 in the world? Well, I'm actually here to win my second Dreamhack tournament. He drops on this army as well. And there's nothing. 150 supplied for innovation. Taeja's at 180 Artosis.
This is it, Apollo. Innovation has no chance. He knows he has no chance. And right now, Taeja is just waiting for him to resign to pick up his second Dreamhack championship.
And I am sure that he is smiling in that booth right now. He knows that he's about to become the Dreamhack Bucharest 2013 champion. He is moments away from making this happen. He will join Liquid Hero as the only 2-time Dreamhack champion. And well, what a finals from Taeja. Scans go up, he sees nothing. Innovation probably can't even believe it himself.
No, he's having a hard time believing it, that's for sure. He's just turtling right now in his natural. Almost no units left over. He's down by almost 80 supply. This is the end. This is the death march.
This is the end, Artosis. 96 players, 2 players were left. Innovation makes his last stand, but this is not going to be enough. And Taeja is making the attack possible. Taeja is about to become the Dreamhack champion. There's just nothing for Innovation. He's tried with every last unit he has, but look at the supplies. 180 to just 75. GG!
Up here in the top right, in the blue, the Terran player, he is
Taeja.
very focused coming into this one. As you said, could be his last best of 3.
And to the bottom right, his opponent, the Protoss player,
KT Rolster. Zest.
not only the defending champion, but also the player who switched Rogue with Taeja to bring him into this group.
Zest's incredible control. Coming in, there are no Marines, and he gets immediately 4 SCVs.
Grabs a Marine, gets a second one, should get a 5th SCV.
Oh boy.
The 6th one on his way out. Yes, he does. A 7th.
There you go. 7 SCVs, 2 Marines. That is an unbelievable amount of damage this early on in the game. And look at that third base finishing up at the same time. Zest is just so far ahead. He could even just walk across the map and maybe kill him. It looks like that's what he's gearing up to do.
He's going to get the Prism. He has the Dark Shrine in case of base trade. I mean, I really feel that's what this is going to be for in this case. Okay, yeah, we trade across the map. You fly. I have cloaked units. I'm going to beat you. So he's just going to poke here. He doesn't have the army yet to win the game, but the Warp Prism is finished and is heading across the map. And Sentry is very valuable in moments like this. That's what Taeja was trying to go for. He was like, okay, stim, kill the Sentry so the force fields go down. Very quick snap decision there, but he still just didn't have the army size to make it work. Glaives will be done. +1 will be done for this push, and the DTs can even split into the back. I don't think this is going to be it. The next one will be the commitment.
3 scouting pylons are as well are ready for the push. Like he is literally doing everything here to make sure that he does not die to something like this.
Sentry drop here could actually go ahead and force field that ramp while he attacks over here, trapping the army between 2 locations. It looks like he's just not going to control this at all. In fact, 2 cancels on those depots. The Dark Shrine isn't done yet.
Look at that. He's like, no, I can just fight it. It's fine. He can win the front fight and the back fight. He has another warp in if he wants. He's got 1,500 minerals.
GG.
There you go, GG. Zest. Quick warp prism here from Zest.
Yeah.
And a Dark Shrine.
He's going for DTs again. Taeja, on the other hand, does not add that second tech lab, but instead is producing off of a Naked Rex, Marauder Rex, and of course that first reactor barracks. He's going to have a faster concussive shell, so he wants to do the damage now. And you know, this is going to get scouted this Dark Shrine, and this is a great opportunity. Oh, does he see it? He does not go to the right side, and actually his scout will be denied. But still, he sees there are very few units on the map, and this is the time to go.
Saw the angle too, you know. He's already got that engineering bay. Here we go. This is a decent amount of units this early on in the game. There's only 1 adept.
No
There's
pylons.
No pylons.
No
There's
pylons
one
at all.
in the mineral line, but it's not even ready yet.
Okay, this Warp Prism is trying to distract even, but it's not going to work. Probes off the line here. Doesn't have a lot of surface area to work with that Marauder positioning. Now he's just going to kite back. There's the first overcharge. The pylon lived, but so many probes already dead, and he's not done yet. More units rallying across the map. Stim a long ways away, but this is still a very powerful attack. is just going to go straight into the main base here and control the ramp as more reinforcements could potentially come across the map.
We do have that War Prism in the main now of Taeja. The probes are all being pulled. There's 3 turrets being made right now. End saved energy here. He knows this was coming.
He needs to react, though. He doesn't have combat shields yet. This push will finally end over here. But the turrets aren't ready. Okay, first one finishes.
There's like no units, though. Okay, they're coming up the ramp now.
Okay, targets on the turret. He needs to use scans. Here's the first one. There's the pickup! And he gets away with all 3.
What?
14 health.
Unbelievable.
Zest,
That's
the master.
And there is a turret here in the natural. But in fact, he's going to try to drop into the main. There's still these Marines here. But now that the scan is over, he can just walk up to those Marines.
Baited so hard.
Oh, it's still alive.
He needs to keep Marines on the low ground. He's getting really flustered here.
He needs
more
to drop,
DT warp
he needs to drop those DTs out.
Okay, he does get 2 of them out. I don't know if there's any more scans. I don't think so. And this is ending up being way too much damage. He had such a great early lead from that initial attack, but this is too much. We'll finally clean these up with one last scan as they trade against a few of the bio units. And again, this is kind of a weird game that looks like very 2010. Flashbacks in my mind of some of the games we saw, you know, Rain struggling to deal with DTs against players like Inca in the past. Just funny stuff like this. It's fun to look at this game and remember how often we used to see DT builds versus like aggro builds like this and how DTs could defend and then counterattack. Such a fun world we're living in Legacy. He has 2 sentries. That's all he has.
He didn't even bother to remake that mothership core. Could be a mistake here. He does have the pylon in the mineral line here to help out with that, but these units are moving across the map. They don't have a medevac, of course, with this build. Just looking to pressure the front end. Is that going to be enough units?
He knows that he needs to save scans. Great force fields here. There's the first scan. The Marauders at the front to tank. The Marines, of course, don't have combat shields, so they get one shot by the DTs. The Marauders at the front is super important. Actually shoots that plate for a second, but we'll get the sentry. And these units have stemmed already multiple times, but he gets all the units, and now these probes are cannon fodder for the Marines, and Taeja is doing an incredible amount of damage. As you said, Zest greedy, didn't rebuild the mothership core. He's going to have glaives here, but for what? Not, I mean, one adept here?
One adept. He did make a bunch of gateways extra, so it looks like he wants to get on the attack now. He has taken out all those units, but still, Taeja's economy is unaffected. He's got great production back at home, already 13 Marines here, soon to be 18, and they should be in position here to defend this.
But the question is, will he ever be able to take a third Nexus with all this pressure on the ground? DTs are useful, and they can help defend against drops and force lift-ups, but you know, they're not going to be enough when the real push hits. And when push comes to shove, that Nexus is going to have to be canceled if Taeja wants it. Using Adepts here in the main base, this is effective. He saw the army was away, and it's coming back now.
Too. Taeja is going to drop in here. Hero trying to get a nice bit of damage. It looks like he should be able to save that Prism. He's actually waiting until the last moment. Now he's going to give it away.
Yeah, won't get any of the units out with it, though. And only 4 SCVs for a lot of resources spent. Look at the army supply. 53 to 16, make that 56. Liberators are coming out +1. Combat shields means DTs are less effective in a straight-up fight. He's just trying to buy enough time to allow himself to get back in this game because he knows he's the better multitasker. Yeah. He knows he's the better late game player. He's like, okay, maybe I'll just outdo him with DTs. Look at how much money Zest has. He's waiting for this always for warp ends. For the Adepts to do harassment.
Just thinking about, you know, where do I warp in? I have a bunch of DTs out on the map. Am I going to need this for defense? All the DTs are in the main, and it looks like he wants to take a third base.
He has 10 DTs. This is a DT comp right now that he's using. He's just trying to force scans from Taeja and hoping that he doesn't have any when the fight encounters like this. Here we go.
He's counterattacking now.
Okay, he does save scans, though. This is going to be the end of this Nexus. Double scan here. All those DTs go down. GG. Taeja ends it.
And here comes that Liberator. A third base actually started here from Zest. So we'll wait and see if, you know, maybe he's just trying to get a greedier, earlier third while putting on pressure in a different way with the extra gateway here. And maybe he just adds on 4 extra gateways a little bit later on. Or is he just going to kind of throw that Nexus down and use it later after going for a stronger push?
Well, it's tough to say, but it looks like what Taeja already predicted is this aggression. This Liberator serves two great purposes. First of all, it can spot a Warp Prism coming across. He has control of the Watchtower. Nothing is going to be a secret right now. He has time to prepare. And if he doesn't see anything until it comes to the Watchtower, then he can use the Liberator for backstab potential. This is a huge commitment to drops. These units are out of position. And he could really commit to this. The Observer is coming up here.
Look at this.
He will see this, it looks like. Oh my goodness, just barely.
Scouts it all.
And the third base for Taeja will be completed soon. He can move that over to the third. And he has a large Terran army. But with his Stalker count, the Liberators are not going to be very effective unless they are sieged basically better than perfect. So taking a fight out here is really risky. I don't know about this.
1-1 completes as Taeja's army runs into the Protoss. And he knows, man, he's going to back off immediately. He's like, no, I can't take that fight.
And there's no reason for Zest to try to force it yet either. He's going to try to force a lift on this third CC. We'll see if this works out. He will get down this ramp. That's one of the scarier moments. Oh, and they're just passing each other here. This will definitely be a big win for Zest, I'd say. Taeja out of position, and this is going to be not only a forced lift, but probably a dead orbital with this many Stalkers. Nice tight wall.
He wants to commit, though, to the fight now while the Adepts are over here. And the Liberators actually zone out the Stalker, so now it's only Adepts over here in front of this wall.
Very well done. They're about to shade, but not quickly enough. There's the shade. The orbital did die as well off screen, so it's not around. But if he can wipe this whole army, he can counterwise kill the base to the left side. Liberation zones get planted here. Down goes the Immortal. Zest is going to just straight up fight this, but this is too much bio. 20 SCVs going down. Meanwhile, in the main base, to those Adepts that shaded, he needs to kill this Protoss army and then counterattack, or he may be out of luck because he's got no third CC and he's got no economy, down to 39 SCVs. Going to kill this Warp Prism, which means he can go straight across the map. He has no threat of the counterattacks, or is he going to get baited?
Oh, that was so close. Zest, though, is going to back off after being spotted by the bio, and it looks like that Warp Prism is going to go down.
And he's just going to keep pushing it with the Warp Prism dead. He knows there's no threat of counter Warp-ins. He's cleaned up the Adepts back at home. This is a huge opportunity for Taeja now. He's moving across the map. So many of his units are so low, he needs to heal these up before the fight.
And at the same time, Zesty still has that third base and so much production back at home. He's even confident enough to start a fourth base. He's fine with this. This map is big enough that Zesty's delayed the push for so long that he's actually okay from here. He's going to use his Stalkers to snipe units now.
Grabs a single Liberator without losing one Stalker there. Very well done. Really slows the push down, hurts it. He's even looking for forcing these to siege up. That's the big thing. That's going to buy him so much time. Big scanner. He wants the whole army. Big zones being planted here. Zest does not want to fight this. He just wants to buy time. SCVs are off the line coming with this push. He is super all in right now. Taeja needs to win this, or his StarCraft 2 career is over. This may be the last time you see him. He's now sieging up these Liberators moving forward here. Every second that Zest buys is more time for more Warp-ins, more units, and better positioning.
And he's so good at it, too. He forces the siege up, as you were saying. He snipes unit after unit.
Oh, the Time Warp here could trap Taeja's units. Looks like he's not going to commit to it.
Doesn't commit. Look at all the SCVs in here, too. He wants this so bad. This is his only chance to fight. And Zest, he never commits. He's like, no, come up my ramp first, then I'll fight you.
Yeah, he's never going to attack into liberation zones. And if this army goes too far up the ramp, the Stalkers blink in and kill them. Very careful sieging up here for Taeja, but again, every second that goes by is a big win for Zest. Now, moving forward here, targeting down those Adepts. Watch out for force fields, too. He's going to catch those Liberators on the right side. There's a few bio units here, but the liberation zones are not getting their full value.
They aren't really. There aren't too many Stalkers, though, trying to come from behind. Now he goes for the
He doesn't have enough hits here, does he? He's got Stalkers on the right side.
He's trying
to he has
the bio is so huge. He might actually be able to take this fight.
He is going to take it. He's going to take this fight. Stalkers blink forward. They're trying to get out of liberation zones. Bringing in more Stalkers. Does he have enough? Two Liberators left.
So close.
The last Stalker blinks around. He has enough anti-air. This bio is going down. But Taeja has a lot more than this back at home. These medivacs can allow him to escape here as well. He's going to target down this prism. And this pushes it over. More Stalkers coming over to the left side here.
The Liberators, they're all alone. He couldn't get those reinforcements over to the Liberators in time.
He just doesn't have enough economy. He doesn't have enough units. 20 army supply, 8 of it is in the medivacs. He has 12 army supply of units. He's now getting caught here. He almost broke the back of
That was so close. That was about as close as he could have made it with what he had. A very nice chance there, a very nice try by Taeja. But it looks like he's
moving to the island. He wants to try to make this a longer game. Very unrealistic, I'd say, but, you know, it's his last game, perhaps, that we ever see him play. And I keep highlighting this because, I mean, listen, you will float to the island when it's that time.
You gotta give it a shot, man. You gotta give it a shot.
0 income in gas and minerals to 2,200 and the 800 gas of Zest, who's now sitting comfortably on 4 bases.
Man, he made it about as close as it could have been. He nearly wiped out that Protoss army many times.
Look at this overcharge wall that's set up here. He's expecting this move, and he's going to get it. He's thinking one step ahead. Taeja committing here. Let's see how quickly he overcharges. He's already looking, he pays attention, but this pylon will be targeted down very quickly. These forges are exposed. Liberation zone's well placed here. The mothership goes down as well. This looks like it's going to be a base trade.
Does he have that Dark Shrine?
I don't think so, not this time.
I think he's got to build that ASAP. He still has 3 other bases here. There's not that many units in his main.
He has Liberation zones too.
Here, yeah.
This is going to be tough for Zest to attack into. And he doesn't have enough to deal with this push. That's going to empower so many of his gateways. 8 gateways are about to be empowered from 2 pylons. Goodbye, Artosis here. And now this Terran army is trapped in Protoss. This is a winnable game for Taeja. This could be a miracle. There goes Tasteless, Brendan. And now all those gateways are empowered. He's going to lose his entire army. And Taeja can come back and win this game. He's going to go out the Stalkers.
He's chasing the Stalkers now. That War Prism being alive is so important, though. He's got some other gateways somehow on the map right now.
He needs to replace those pylons if he can. This army is still doing damage in the main. Okay, replacing gateways now at his 4th base. Taeja wiping out these pylons. This is it for both these players. Loser is eliminated. Oh, he's got so much money, but he just can't spend it. This is Taeja's opportunity, but he has to go now. If those gateways finish, then Taeja will be finished here in this game. He has double the army supply right now of Zest, and this is his opportunity to go.
Zest is flipping out, by the way. He's making 2 cyber cores, 9 gateways. He needs to get this online. He can't just lose the cybernetic score and then lose his production.
He doesn't know about the island base. He doesn't know about it. He's not pressuring it. He's sending units over here. This is not where the SCVs are. The SCVs are at the island. Taeja's got control of this location here.
And he's found the gateways. He's found the gateways, and there's only 2 pylons again.
Sniping him down. And this is going to be game, I think. Taeja his army will never be defeated because Zest can't get gateways up.
How is this happening?
He has 3,000 minerals when he can't spend any of them.
Unbelievable.
This is the miracle Taeja was looking for. And, I mean, I think this might just be it. How can he come back?
Look at the units. Look at the units. There's no way Zest can take any kind of fight here against Taeja in this game.
There's no way. There's just no way.
He's going to try. It's his only shot. He has no production. He's making 1 Stalker.
He doesn't have a Dark Shrine. I mean, this is one of the reasons why this Dark Shrine is so popular right now. The defending GSL champion is about to get knocked down when a player announces his retirement. All the Stalkers can do is blink away. The gateway's finally finished here, but only 4 of them. 3 Stalker Warping is the answer, but it's not going to be enough. These gateways will be removed, and Taeja sighs a breath of relief. He will advance to that final match. There's nothing that he can do.
Some way he's pulled this off. It's unbelievable.
I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say. This game will go down in history.
Still no scout on the island base.
Everyone will remember this moment. When he got the island base, he built an army. He unpowered those gateways. Zest made a mistake when he decided to commit to the attack instead of defending. And it's because of this game. Oh, the mule money.
Mule money in human form. There it is. Bunch of Marines.
And here you go. He's going to try to fight this half of Taeja's army, but even with this meager amount of Stalkers, the Marines will get a decent trade. The prism goes down. There's no gateways anyways. Look at Taeja's face. GG!
GG! Taeja!
This player weeks ago announced that this would be his final tournament. This is going to be his last GSL. Player's been around here for about 5 years.
He can't even believe it himself. Look at his face. It's like, how did I do this? Huge sigh of relief, and just happiness, true happiness on this guy's face.